Hi guys, welcome back to my Smell Good Fragrance Review. Today I'm going to rate my fragrances from my absolutely favorite house, Guerlain. Yes, Guerlain. I have such a big love for Guerlain. So in here I'm going to rate what I have in my collections. And for Guerlain, I cannot wait to purchase a lot of it. Actually, I'm quite new to the house and I didn't pay attention much for Guerlain before, but recently, after a few fragrances, and I decided I am big fan, a huge fan. And now let's get started. I'm going to start from my least favorites to my absolutely top favorites. Okay, so which one is my least favorites? Okay, the first one, I don't know how many I have in here, is Petite from Guerlain. I just don't like it. It's just really like powdery, the Baby Johnson's kind of smell with a very weak performance. I think this fragrance supposed to design for children, if I'm not wrong. It's not bad, it just smells like baby powder. Another one that I'm not a fan of is Guerlain Chant Dorams. I'm not sure I can read it actually. Yeah, it's a French Chant Dorams. This one another like baby powder kind of smell also with a lot of aldehyde. It's more pleasant to compare to Petite. Very soft like skin sense kind of smell, but again another very typical old school vintage baby powder smell, so I'm not a fan of. The next one we got Jardin de Bucket or the perfume. This one is quite nice, but it's not really my type of fragrance because I could smell a lot of ylang in here and also lily of the valley and tuberose, some sort of rose also. So you got a lot of flowers playing in this fragrance and they all very noticeable. But in here the ylang and lily of the valley and tuberose are three main flavors in here. Somehow a lot of like ylangs is, especially ylang and combined with what do you call lily valley. I think it's not for me, but it's still very beautiful in terms of floral fragrance, especially for the time the fragrance was launched. This is very nice, very well done. And getting into my favorites, nice. Next one is Linstone from Guerlain, of course. I have a eau de parfum version. Oh my god, this one's so beautiful on white floral, jasmine on neroli, I believe, some sort of citrus, and drying down very beautiful, soft, very typical Guerlain vanilla, beautiful. It's like Linstone eau de parfum from Guerlain. And the next one, oh, I made a mistake. I missed one. This one should be before Linstone. Is Love Is All. This one is very pretty on the fruity, floral, and baby powder scents. It smells more modern to compare to another baby powder fragrances that I mentioned earlier. This one very beautiful, very girly also. I do not remember the smell, but let me try it. It's a Love Is All from Guerlain. It has some sort of like fruity and rose and powdery notes in here. It's very pretty, but it's not so. It's not really typical kind of Guerlain smell into it. But I think it's still quite pretty. Yeah. And next is Linstone from Guerlain, and the next one is getting harder because now getting to my favorite. Okay, I would love to put Mistletoe into the top 4 or top 5, something like that. Top 4 favorites from Guerlain, and Look at this. I have all kind of concentration in here. And my favorite probably the eau de toilette. I have eau de cologne, but I haven't even opened it yet. Oh, Misako is so gorgeous. It smells like old school, super sense on the fruity notes in here. It's earthy, mosey, fruity, and it's so beautiful. Oh, it smells very old school though. So if you're looking for modern fragrance or sexy kind of Athens and cigars fragrance, it's not for you. But if you're looking for some sort of like masterpiece, old school, smell like 80s, 90s, cheaper, this one is absolutely masterpiece. Misako. I cannot find myself wearing Misako, but I collect all the concentration because of how much I love and I appreciate the creations. It's absolutely gorgeous. Misako from Guerlain. And the next number, okay, we're getting to the top, my favorites. It's getting hard now. Okay, you got four more. They are my favorites. Was Misako top five? Absolutely, I think they all masterpiece. And the next one, I would love to go for Insolence. Insolence is so beautiful. Powderies on a lot of violets and fruity violets on iris also. It sometimes smell like grape juice cans somehow. It's yummy. It's gorgeous, and it has really great performance. I had a lot of compliment wearing isolants. I'm actually looking for hundreds milliliters bottles and also eau de toilette concentrate, eau de toilette flanker also. Here I got eau de perfume. Oh, if you love violet on a different type of violets, it's very unique and very beautiful. I think it's one of the most well blended violet fragrance for women. Love it. Like we got isolants eau de perfume for Guerlain, and the next one going to be my favorite Jiki eau de perfume in here. Oh my god! If you're a fan of shalimar, Jiki is kind of similar vibe. It gets a little bit similar vibe to it. So I have a lot of lavender and civet. Oh my god, the civet and lavender, also amber and bergamot. It's like so well blended. It's like in terms of how can I say it? I think it's the best way to describe the scent is absolutely masterpiece. Oh, another masterpiece from Guerlain. Jiki. So if you love shalimar, more into lighter versions with a lot of lavender in here, this one is absolutely a great flankers. They are not the same line, but I consider it's another flanker from Shalimar. Beautiful. Oh my god, so good. Next one. Next one is Santa Royal. I love Santa Royal. Santa Royal is different from all the rest in here because all the rest I have is really classic, old school Guerlain, and Santa Royal is more into the modern world with rose and oud. Sandalwood. Actually, there's not much of sandalwood. I cannot even smell sandalwood in here. Weird. Here, all I got is rose and oud and a little bit fruity into it. So basically, it's such a beautiful, likable, well blended rose and oud and fruity with some crazy performance. Yeah, I think it's one of my top rose and oud creation from the fragrance world, along with Oud Ispahan from the House of Dior. Absolutely, they are classic standards. Great smell of rose and oud. Okay, Santa Royal number 2, and number 1 is predictable. I think everyone can guess what it is. It's legendary Shalimar. Oh my god, I love it so much. Most of people consider Shalimar as vanilla fragrance. I love vanilla in here and right now it's absolutely beautiful. But in Shalimar, I'm more appreciate how they blend the amber and the civet and also the citrus and zesty smell. It's very beautiful, well blended, especially amber notes in here. with the support from the little bit animalic from civet, and also sea chestnut, I believe that are the bergamot. Yeah, and a little bit leathery and beautiful, gorgeous, typical Guerlain vanilla on the dry down. This one is such a masterpiece. It's so hard to deprive about the scent. It's so complex, but you see all the notes listed in the fragrance data. Actually, they're all noticeable and they so well blended into it. Oh, it's such a masterpiece. I don't know how to describe it to show how this fragrance smell like, but it you have to try it. You have to try it. If you look along, you cannot miss Shalimar. I know there's a lot of people think it's very old fragrance. It smells old, I agree. If I wear that outside, nobody would give me any compliment like, oh, you smell like old woman. Okay, fine. But still, it's a masterpiece in terms of perfumeries. Uh, it's not a fragrance that you would love, you would have to compliment, but it's a fragrance that you absolutely need in your collection because how unique it is, and how I'm running out of words. This is too good. I'm just running out of words. So sorry. Oh, okay. So I actually have one decant for one other fragrance for the house. It's a Petite Robe Noir. It's also very gorgeous, very girly, pretty, um, cherry almond syrup into it. It's really thick and dark, and I really enjoy wearing it. It's actually very easy to wear. Some of the fragrance in here, I think it's not kind of fragrance that you would get a compliment. Maybe this one and this one and Linstone. There's all three fragrances that you can wear to please the crowd, and the rest is just this is kind of daring, and it's not for everyone. I believe it's not for everyone. Especially for beginner, I don't recommend you guys to purchase those, except those three as just mentioned earlier. But Guerlain absolutely legendary in terms of perfumery to me, and many of them not for everyone. But of course, it's how perfume should be. When you go into the unique direction, it's not for everyone for sure. Yeah. So that is my top. I think it's a 14 or 13 something kind of Guerlain rating for my collections, and of course they're going to grow into 30, 40 kind of bottles in next 2 years, I guess. Anyways, so thank you for watching, guys. See you next time.